Today we will discuss about charging by induction. Previously we have discussed charging by contact or charging by friction. What happens in case of charging by contact or charging by friction? The charge body loses its charge. That is there is direct transfer of charge from one body to the other. But in case of charging by induction, the charge body does not loses any of its charge. There is no contact between the two bodies, number one, and number two, the charge of one body will not be transferred to the other body. But without transfer of charge, the body also get charged. So remember, in the process of the induction process, the charged body does not lose the charged body does not lose any of its charge. To know about induction mechanism or charging by induction, you have to perform a simple experiment. These are two metal spheres. A and B are two metal spheres, and this is an insulating stand. So two metal spheres A and B, the spheres are supported on insulating stand. Now what you do, you take a positively charged rod, let us say a glass rod, a positively charged glass rod near the sphere A. Okay, so bring a positively charged rod near the sphere A, taking care that it does not touch the sphere. Remember, the rod should not touch the sphere. Then what you will observe? Previously there is no charge in the sphere. There is also no charge in the sphere. But when you bring this rod, positively charged rod, near these two spheres, you will get charge, negative charge here and positive charge here. Since it is a metal sphere and metal have free electrons, metals have free electrons, so the negative charges or the free electrons will accumulate on the left surface of the sphere A. Okay, so this is the left surface of the sphere. So electrons or negative charge will accumulate in the left surface of the sphere. Okay, why negative charge will come to this side? It is due to the attractive force. Since the rod is positively charged, so it will attract the free electrons and the free electrons will come to this side. The positive charge will accumulate on the other side, in the right side of the sphere. Okay, so the positive charge will accumulate in the right side of the sphere and negative charge will accumulate in the left side of the sphere till the net force on these free electrons is equal to 0. Okay, so this process is called the induction of charge. This is called the accumulation of charge, negative charge here, and the accumulation of positive charge here is called the induction of charge. Remember, the induction of charge happens almost instantly. Whenever you take this charged rod near the sphere, the induction process will start. So it is, the process is instant. Almost instantly the process will start. The accumulated charges remain on the surface till the glass rod is held near the sphere. Okay, so long as the glass rod is held near the sphere, you will find the accumulation of charge. And the third thing is, if the rod is removed, the charges are not acted upon by any outside forces. Remember, the accumulation of charge, it is not affected by any outside force, the charges redistribute to their original neutral state. Okay, so when you removed the rod, the charges are not acted by any outside force. This is very important, and the charges redistribute to their original neutral state. Now what you do, you separate the two spheres. You separate the two spheres by some distance apart, by a small distance apart. Okay, and keep the glass rod near the sphere A. Keep the glass rod near the sphere A and make a separation, small separation between the sphere A and B. Then what you will observe? You will observe that the two spheres are found to be oppositely charged and attract each other. So you will observe there is an attraction between the two spheres A and B. Now if you remove the rod, the charges on spheres rearrange themselves as shown in the figure. Previously the negative charge this side was in this side and positive charge and in this side. But now we see there is a rearrangement of the two charges. The negative charge will come to this side and positive charge will go to this side. Now if you separate the two spheres quite apart, the charges on them get uniformly distributed. You can see the uniform distribution of negative charge here and the uniform distribution of positive charge here if you have a large separation between the two metallic spheres. Remember, the charge on the two metal spheres is equal and opposite. Okay, the charge in this sphere must be equal to negative charge in this sphere must be equal to the positive charge in this sphere. So this process is called charging by induction. Okay, so in this charging by induction process, the positively charged glass rod does not lose any of its charge. Remember, this is very important. In this induction process, the positively charged glass rod will not lose any of its charge. And the charging by induction also occurs in insulators. In insulators also you get charging by induction. So there is a question, how can you charge a metal sphere positively without touching it? Okay, how can you charge a metal sphere positively without touching it? Suppose this is a metal sphere. Okay, this is a uncharged metallic sphere. It is an insulating stand. So you take an uncharged metallic sphere on an insulating stand. Okay. Now bring a negatively charged rod. This is a negatively charged rod, okay, which is close to the metallic sphere. You bring a negatively charged rod very close to the metallic sphere. What will happen? As the rod is brought close to the sphere, the free electrons move away. Okay, free electrons move away and starts piling up at the farther end. You see the free electrons here. You see the free electrons here coming to this side. So as the negatively charged rod is taken to the neutral rod, then the free electron will come to this side. Because this rod is negatively charged, so it will repel the free electron. So the electrons will come to this side. When the electron will come to this side, positive charge will be produced in this side. Okay, so the near end becomes positively charged due to deficit of electrons. The near end becomes deficit of electrons, so it becomes positively charged. This process continues till the net force on the free electron inside the sphere is 0. So this piling up negative charge and positive charge will continue till the net force in these free electrons is equal to inside the sphere will be equal to 0. Now what you do, you connect this sphere with a conducting wire to the ground. Okay, this side is a negative charge, so the or electrons. So electron will go to the ground through this conducting wire. Okay, but the positive charge will remain on the sphere due to the attractive force between the negatively charged rod. So when you connect this sphere to the earth by means of a conducting wire, the negative charge will go to the earth, but the positive charge will remain in this side because due to the attractive force between this negatively charged rod and positive charge. Why electron will go from this sphere to the ground? Because the ground is deficit of electron. The number of electron, the electronic charge here is more than the ground. So the electron will go to the ground. Now disconnect the ground, the wire from the ground. Disconnect the sphere from the ground. The positive charge continues to be held on the rear end. So the negative charge will go to the ground. Now you disconnect the sphere from the ground. So the positive charge will remain in the rear end. Now what you do? You remove the electrified rod. Okay. If you remove the rod, negatively charged rod, then the positive charge will spread uniformly over the sphere. Okay. So the positive charge will redistribute or uniformly redistribute inside the sphere. So in this way you can induce a positive charge, positive charge in a insulated sphere, uncharged sphere. You can develop positive charge or charge a uncharged sphere by means of positive charge. The metal sphere gets charged by the process of induction. This process is called the induction process. In this process, the rod does not lose any of its charge. So it is very important to remember in induction process there is no loss of charge from the rod, positively charged rod. So next question, how can you charge a metal sphere negatively without touching it? Okay. Remember, to charge a metal sphere negatively, you have to bring a positively charged rod. Suppose this is a uncharged metallic sphere which is placed on a insulating stand. This is a uncharged metallic sphere which is kept on a insulating stand, and you now bring a positively charged rod near this insulating metal sphere. You take a positive charge rod close to this metal sphere. Then what will happen? This side negative charge will be produced and this side positive charge will be produced, and the process will go on so long as there is net force on this free electron will be equal to 0. Now what you will do, you connect this metal sphere by means of a conducting wire and it is connected to the ground. Okay, this metal sphere is connected to the ground by means of a conducting wire. When you connect it by means of a conducting wire, electron will flow from the ground to the sphere. Remember, in this case the electron will flow from the ground to the sphere because this is at a positive potential. The ground is at a negative potential, so electron will go from this side to this side because electron concentration here is more in comparison to this side. Then when the positive charge go out, you disconnect the sphere from the ground, so the negative charge will remain on the sphere. So when you disconnect the ground, you take out this wire, what will happen? This sphere will be negatively charged or negative charge will remain in this side of the sphere. When you take this positively charged rod outside, then what will happen? This charge will redistribute in this sphere uniformly. Remember, this negative charge will redistribute uniformly in this sphere. This is how you can charge a metal sphere negatively without touching it or by the method of induction.